Okay, so hey guys, and welcome back to another predictions video, and in today's video I'm going to be predicting the Fox the G versus Evil Hero and Most Wanted fight. If you are new around here though and you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do indeed like the video, and let's get straight into it. So I'm going to be doing what I always do with these Misfits slash YouTube slash crossover, don't even really know how to describe it, type events, and that's to go through the whole card and do a little bit of a prediction, a little bit of a rundown for each one. They're not going to be the best of predictions, they're not going to be the best of rundowns. I can't say I know loads about each and every fighter, but nonetheless, it's another interesting card, and I thought I'd come and give my opinions on it. It's another new concept that Misfits are doing, the 2v1 type thing. Obviously, it's not two people in there with at the exact same time with one person. I don't think any licensing board, I suppose you probably could find one or two that would sanction it, but I don't think they would do that. But either way, we've got this here, and it's still going to be an interesting one, like I mentioned, and I still thought I'd come and speak about it. So start off with the first fight being Yuri Gang versus Lil Kra Kra. Lil Kra Kra, I hope I pronounced that right. It's the start of the Misfits lightweight type tournament where all the lightweights are going up against each other to win the spot to fight Dean the Great, and this is the first fight of it. I think they're both. I mean, Yudi Gang's had his exposure on Misfits boxing. Lil Cracker hasn't. I believe he has had some sort of fighting experience of some level, but he hasn't really been shown up on a big stage doing it yet. But I believe that he will win. Lil Crocker will win. I really hope I'm not just butchering it and making myself sound like an idiot. But either way, I think he's going to win, and I'm not going to say by stoppage or anything like that until I get to the main event. I'm just going to say who I think is going to win. Moving on, another fight in the lightweight tournament: Knight versus Baby Hawk. Knight looked very impressive in his Misfits boxing debut against Most Wanted. Obviously, Most Wanted isn't really the best of opponents, but either way, he still delivered a job, still got a knockout, and still showed his boxing ability and showed that he has got it, and he has a level of boxing experience which it's shown that he has got. Baby Hawk seems like from what I've seen a couple clips, he's a street. He's been in them like cage slash street fight type tournament things, but he's very strong, got a lot of will, very aggressive, willing to be on the front foot. And I think it's going to be a different challenge for Knight. I think it's going to be still a tough challenge, but I still believe that Knight will be able to come through and get the win in that. Moving on to Hru versus Grace. It was a pleasure to have Hru on the channel a little while ago, but it's nice to see her finally getting this opportunity, which I feel like has been well deserved and has been building up for a little while now, against Grace on a Misfits card. Grace is coming off her fight versus Astrid Wet, which was a messy fight to say the least, and if I'm being honest, I'm not even going to try to be biased or anything like that. I do think Hru's going to win this one. I think she is the better fighter out of the two. I think she is she's the more experienced out of the two. She's, in my opinion, with her also martial arts type background as well, and I think she has got the better technique, the better form, the better ability, everything in general, and I think Hru will win this one. Moving on to Avia versus Bostwick, which is an interesting fight, to be completely honest, to have on this card. It's not a YouTube one when I talk about cross platform, cross promotion, cross everything. This is pretty much what you define that. And Avia is coming off, he's been doing well in boxing. He didn't have the best of records outside of boxing, but he's been doing well in this Misfits crossover scene boxing. I mean, he fought, I believe, Dr. Mike, he won. He fought Paul Bamba, he won. He fought Anthony Taylor, he won. He fought on the last Jake Paul fight card, I can't remember who he was against, but he's had a few interesting fights. He has got a boxing ability there. Bostwick is also not got an amazingly good record, but he's been doing very well in BKFC, and as a British guy fighting in BKFC and getting that opportunity and doing well in it, so fair play to him. Avia, he's got, like I said, solid fundamental. He's there. He does go to the body quite nicely. He has relatively good shot variation. His form, his throwing it isn't always amazing. Bostwick is going to be very much in your face. He's probably going to try grapple a lot because it's what he's used to from BKFC. He has got relative amounts of power. Avia has got power, but it's not amazingly shown, in my opinion. Avia, I'm still thinking about that fight versus Paul Bamba, how much of a mess that fight was, to be completely honest. That fourth round where they just went in and there was just pretty much a massive scrap going on in the crowd. and they were still just fine anywhere. And Navia was boxing well, but Paul Bama wasn't really offering anything. It was a messy fight, that strange one. But I'm going to go for Bostwick win for this one. I think he's going to come in and upset things, and yeah, I think he's going to be an entertaining one to watch in this crossover scene, and I think he does have an entertaining BKFC in-your-face type style, which is going to be interesting to see how that works out. It's not something that I really recommend for fighters to have, but if you can work it and make it go into your favour, and you have a good enough chin to take shots in the process, it can work to an extent, and I think it will for this fight. Moving on, Vitali versus Modine is another fight. It's an interesting one. It's a bit of a random one. Only recently been put on. I also missed the I missed the fight. The Taylor Holder fight's also on this card. That's only just been added on. I think Taylor Holder's going to win, if I'm being honest, in that fight. He didn't look too bad against Gibb, but it has been a while when he's taking this on short notice, and I still think he's going to win though for that one. But yeah, Vitali Modine. It's an interesting fight. I don't think Modine's going to have anything really. Vitali, I don't think he's an amazingly good boxer, but he's aggressive as well. But I think it's going to be an entertaining one. I don't think Modine's going to have very good technique or anything like that. It'd be surprising if it even gets to the actual fight or anything, but we'll see. I think Vitali's going to win, but yeah, like I say, I think it's going to be a bit of a messy one. And then moving on to the main event, Fox G versus Evil Hero and Most Wanted in their tag team. I'm going to go with Fox the G win. I think he is the better boxer. He is coming off a very exciting knockout. He can't, in my opinion, go around thinking that he is some next knockout artist now. I think he does need to make sure he keeps himself grounded, and as a young guy himself, he's got to keep himself, humble, grounded, and not try and force the fight if there is a knockout there. But I think Evil Hero, Most Wanted, they've both been stopped. They've both not really looked at like anything credible. A tag team for the first time for them. Yeah, I think Fox G is going to be able to do it relatively easily, and it probably will end up getting a stoppage in the end. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy. Like the video if you did indeed, like the video, subscribe if you are new, and thanks for watching.